Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. You know, I was thinking about, for those who don't know, my favorite movie of all time is Scream 1. I think it's fun, murder mystery, comedy, horror. It's great. And it got me thinking about a board game idea. New type of premise. Maybe I've done a board game idea like once before, but I think this one's a winner. And you know, in the movie Scream, for those who haven't seen it, it's very much dependent on whoever the killer is calling in to their victims ahead of time to spook them. It's weird that they all do it actually for every movie, but it's you need to call them before you kill them. It's the etiquette. It is a kind little heads up, and it's a fun little get to know you for the victim. I think most killers don't really have that repartee, that knowledge of their victim, so they ask them a couple questions, favorite scary movie, yada yada yada. It's a blast. But anyway, based around that idea, I was thinking it'd be fun if there's this board game and you play as the Ghostface-like murderer. For legal reasons, we won't call it Ghostface. Phantom Head? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But the twist is, you have really bad cell reception. You have like a provider that's like on death's door, ironically. Maybe like Cricket Wireless or something. But your whole shtick as the killer is that you need to place these calls and taunt your victims first. So the goal of the game is navigating this open space board to these several areas that are like randomly placed before the game starts, where you have solid cell reception, these little pings, and you have to get there, getting close enough to the victim that you have reception and can make these calls, but not so close where they'll see you and then like call the police. And like while that stuff is, you know, that stress is weighing on your brain, you still have to be an effective killer, scare the victims, and ultimately kill them. But the victims have like Verizon, you know, way better service, and if they see you, they can call the police and force you to flee the scene. And the game would be called Dead Zone. I mean, come on. It's pretty good. I don't know who you call to make board games happen. Is that a t-shirt? Alright. Comics. Alright, Family Circus. We see a classic kid setting and scenario. The three children are out selling cold lemonade at a lemonade stand by the sidewalk. Sign says cold lemonade, 50 cents a glass. Very reasonable. The child behind the lemonade stand says, I wonder how much a TV commercial would cost. Very funny because they're not making sales. Let me tell you, kid, the jump in price. Gotta go into old Papa's checkbook. You also, you know, it's not just about money. You have to have the kind of zhuzh of a presenter ability to help sell the lemonade. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, if you got a kid on TV, because, you know, people spend millions on ad time, but that'd be a pretty great commercial to just see a kid vamp and riff. And, like, you as the company maybe put up, like, a little title card, like, we paid $1 million to let this kid say whatever he wants about our product or about anything. I feel like that would get passed around a lot and be pretty effective. It's novel. You can talk about lemonade, you can talk about a lemonade stand, and, well, I guess it depends what they're paying the $1 million for. I would watch it. And I don't share a lot of things, but I might give that one a share. Also, kid, you gotta know, is the product good? Is it novel? Are you doing anything different? Or is it just a normal glass of lemonade from Minute Maid? Because that doesn't deserve the airtime. I gotta be quite frank with you. Although I will say 50 cents a glass. I don't think you're seeing that. I feel like kids have gotten... Who's setting the prices at lemonade stands nowadays? Is it the kids or the parents? Are the parents like trying to recoup costs by upping it? Because I've seen it for like $1.50. And I'm like, what are we doing here? That shouldn't be allowed. That should be like Biden's last thing before he leaves. Set a standard of lemonade price. All right. Mary Worth time. Yesterday, Wilbur was talking to his other living fish, telling him about his great dream, dreaming of his dead fish, and then it cut to the dead fish's namesake, which I believe is Wilbur's ex-wife, as she embraced another man. It was quite a disparity between the way two people are living after they've parted ways. Okay, today we see the same couple who were embracing. It looks like the man who was in a suit is a veterinarian, and the woman is bringing her dog to him. The man says, "Thanks, Stell, for taking Mrs. Johnson's retriever for a walk. He can be a handful." She says, "I don't mind, Ed, and besides, Jordy's one of my favorite dogs. He's the best." Ed says, "You're the best, Stell. Truly." What's going on? Now we're going to start following Wilbur's ex as she sleeps with another man. And does she even work at this vet, or she's just like volunteering? Is that legal? I hope she works there. Also, what a lame guy. We don't know much about him yet, but her saying Jordy is one of my favorite dogs ever, he's the best, and him going, "You're the best, truly," like that's, you know, this guy's lame. And if this was Wilbur's ex-wife, he was swinging miles above his league, I gotta say. I actually am doubting that this was his ex, because the disparity in appearance, demeanor, mental stability is like night and day. I also love how comics just overexpose, or is that the right word? They just over-explain everything. Like the guy going, "Thanks, Stell, for taking Mrs. Johnson's retriever for a walk." It's like in real life, you just say, "Thanks. Can you take the dog for a walk? Thanks." Were they like making out in his practice? What is going on in this vet? Because they're wearing the same clothes, so they were embracing and kissing in the vet's office. And I've never seen a vet or doctor of any kind with a purple coat or like a light pink coat. These guys got some interesting choices when it comes to words, clothing. I would love a face-off eventually between him and Wilbur. God, that'd be cool. I won't say whether I like this guy or not yet. I'm not sure. But good on him for all of his success. And good on Stell for getting out of that other relationship, if she is Wilbur's ex. Alright, Rex Morgan time. Yesterday, Corey was chatting with the bully's mom that he accidentally ran into in the hallway. And he lied and said that he was a friend of Parker's. Because I get it, it's awkward, but he was not revealing at all the truth about the situation. Today, same conversation. The bully's mom says, "I haven't been able to be there for Randy. And his father, well, his father's going to be doing some jail time over this." Corey says, "That's all really unfortunate." The boy's mom says, "Thank you for being Randy's friend, Corey. I can't tell you how much it means to me. And him too, I'm sure." Corey says, "Okay, yeah, I gotta go. Hope Randy's better soon." Again, Corey's making it so painfully obvious without saying anything that he's lying. And about how uncomfortable he is. Which is fair. Like, for the first thing the mom to say to be, Well, I haven't been there for him, and his dad, who just beat him, well, his dad's gonna be doing some jail time. And like, how do you expect a child to respond to that? Corey's like, that's all really unfortunate. Also, you always know as a kid, like, if their mom is telling you how much it means to them that you are their friend and how important it is, you as the kid are probably like thinking like, oh, this is lame, I should stop being this kid's friend. They seem cool, but if everyone's coming out of the woodwork to give me flowers for it, like, uh-oh, not good. This friendship's gonna be a problem down the line, or right now. You can tell, like, the bully's mom wants to reveal so much more. Like, she's never had someone to talk to, and she's, like, itching to say everything to this young boy she doesn't know at all, just to get it off her chest. If Corey spends too much more time, Parker and Aunt Judy are gonna, like, wander in, be like, what are you doing with the bully's mom? Parker's gonna think he changed allegiances. They're gonna have a falling out. Corey's gonna be out and down. He's gonna, in this state of stress, team up with the bully. They're gonna go rob banks, and all this will be a cycle that never ends. But at least he'll have a friend, I suppose, in the eyes of his mom. Let me think of what to comment. All right, I'm gonna comment the bully's mom saying, his father's gonna be doing some jail time, and I'm gonna be too busy to watch Randy going for all those conjugal visits. And Corey's just gonna say, oh wow, that's all just awful. Send. All right, time to wind down for this Wednesday, July 31st. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay out of the dead zone. And remember, every day is funny.